Hello everybody, just to set up the gameplay really quickly because people seem to be really confused with me resetting my stats and all that. This was after I reset my stats. It was post patch but pre DLC. So the DLC was not here yet, but the patch, the nerf on SMGs and all that stuff was here, and it's after I reset my stats. I think that's alright. If it's not, I really apologize, but that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Today I wanted to talk to you guys and actually kind of just have an open discussion with you guys. Like, I know you can't talk to me right now when I'm recording this, but we can discuss it in the comments. I wanted to talk about the fact that the government and certain people in this world believe that violent video games, or just video games in general, are causing young people to commit murders. So my stance on this whole thing shenanigans is that it really bothers me on a personal level, because a lot of you guys know I grew up with video games, and it's very easy for people that were popular in school, were not bullied, had a bunch of friends and all that cool stuff. School was like a haven for them. It's okay for those guys to be like, oh, video games make people violent. Why do you even need them anyway? Let's just get rid of them. But for people like me, and I assume a few of you guys out there, I was bullied in school. From the day my foot stepped foot in the school, I was bullied up until when I left school. And for me, video games was the one thing that I could do on my own that actually made me not care about the fact that I didn't have any friends, that nobody liked me, that school was a complete and utter nightmare. I could come home and just be happy that I was having fun playing video games. Video games made me not feel depressed about the fact that I had no friends. So when people sit there and they're talking about all these negative things about video games, it really makes me mad, and it really frustrates me, because it's like, you have no idea. You cannot even contemplate the positive things, the positive impact that video games has on so many people's lives in so many different ways. I made a video back in Modern Warfare 3 when I first started my channel about the joy of gaming, to kind of show all of the good things that video games brings to people's lives from my personal experience. And I think I'm going to make that video again. I'm going to make an updated version of that video, because people need to know what a positive impact video games has on people's lives. Now, the argument is that, oh, well, if someone is like mentally disturbed already and they're playing a violent video game, it's going to set them over the edge. Now, I'm going to take a less passionate look at that point of view. Yes, that is true. If someone is already predisposed to becoming a crazy mass murderer and they are playing something that is desensitizing them to violence, then yes, it is a possibility that that person could go and kill somebody. But the video game is not the reason why they went to go and kill people. Nor is a video game more likely to set somebody off who is mentally deranged than a movie, a violent movie, or hardcore pornography. Like, do people forget that teenagers have free access to many more violent things than a video game? Like, even in Call of Duty, for example, I'm running around shooting people, but I don't even think it's that violent. Like, I'm not desensitized to shooting somebody in the face because I play Call of Duty. If I was to stand here with somebody in front of me right now and they got shot, that is still going to have as much of an effect on me as it would somebody who doesn't play video games. And it also bothers me on a socially correcting the world level, if that is even a thing. I don't know. It's hard for me to think when I'm angry, or, you know, I'm not super angry, but I'm slightly pissed off. It bothers me on that kind of level as well, because people in the government are focusing on video games and what can we do to stop the media from making our children kill people, when it's like, you need to be thinking about actual causes, actual preventative measures to stop young people doing stuff like this, and instead you're not. And if you honestly believe that violent video games cause people to become mass murderer, crazy serial killers, then you should be very, very, very scared, because the amount of people that play Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Halo, fighting games, that's like the biggest army in the world. You don't want to believe that that is honestly true. You don't. And it's not true. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I know I'm taking a very biased approach on this, but it saddens me that video games, out of all things, are attacked, because I see video games as a very beautiful thing. Like, the amount of joy that it has brought to my life, not just in terms of playing the video games, but also like the people that I have met through video games. Like, I went from somebody that knew nobody and had no friends to being somebody that had a bunch of friends, that understood where I was coming from, that enjoyed what I enjoyed. Like, video games made my life better than if they were not here. So I would be really interested in knowing you guys' opinion on this subject, because it just really bothers me. It really bothers me that people instantly go to video games are causing our young people to go crazy and kill people. My mother played video games for her entire life, and I'm not gonna say how old she is, but she's not young right now, and she has never killed anybody. She is the most sensitive person you would ever meet. So let me know how you feel about this subject in the comments, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, bye.